Good evening, Rahul. First of all, thank you very much for that very important opening monologue of yours. You are a source of strength to your fellow panelists, and that is what is required in these times. On a lighter note, if Watson and Crick were like Justices Suryakant and Pardiwala, can you imagine what they have done today was akin to Watson and Crick saying in 1953 in the month of January that DNA is double helical, but then a month later in February saying, I'm sorry, DNA is triple helical. Ye chal kya raha hai? The Supreme Court today has acted how it should have a month ago. What we saw today, thankfully, was delivery of justice. But what we saw then, Rahul, was the throttling of it at the hands of the midwives meant to deliver it. Rahul, the absurdity of any law sooner or later brings out the absurdity in those tasked with implementing it. And that is what happened. Let me quote here verbatim, because it's important for the sake of posterity. Let me quote here verbatim the oral remarks made on Nupur Sharma by the same two justices, Suryakant and J.B. Pardiwala, a month ago, when they refused to entertain the very same plea to club multiple FIRs against her. Number one, you have ignited the whole country and you have the cheek and courage to come to the court to ask for discretionary relief. Two, you are single-handedly responsible for the burnings in the country. Three, your statement is responsible for the unfortunate killing in Udaipur. Four, are you facing a security threat or have you become a threat to the security of the nation? Five, you possess a loose tongue and keep on making irresponsible statements. Six, you should apologize to the whole country for your remarks made either for cheap publicity, political agenda, or some nefarious activities. Seven, your petition shows your obstinate character and your arrogance that you think that the magistrate courts are too small for you. Eight, sometimes powers goes to your head and people think they have a backup and they can make any kind of statement and go scot-free. Nine, you went on a channel and made irresponsible statements without even an inkling of the ramifications and serious consequences, that how seriously it will disturb the fabric of the society, end quote. And in the intervening month and a bit, Rahul, more than half a dozen people have been brutally attacked just for supporting Nupur. Some have lost their lives. Prateek, Neeraj, Satyendra, Ayush, Mahendra, Umesh. Who will take responsibility for this? Who will apologize? Who will be held accountable? This is the Supreme Court and the repercussions are very serious. This is not a joke anymore. The judges claimed Nupur Sharma displayed loose tongue. I'm sorry, justices. It wasn't Nupur Sharma, but rather you, the two Supreme Court judges who displayed it. Their blaming Nupur was akin to blaming the Kashmiri Hindus for their own murder, rape and ethnic cleansing because they were prosperous and held good jobs. It was akin to the Brits blaming Rushdie for the fatwa on him, or the French blaming Charlie Hebdo journalist and Samuel Paty for their murders. Just 10 seconds, Rahul. The justices set aside precedents and settled law. They mocked their plea. They ignored the barbarians waiting for her at the gates, and today they wiped the slate clean as though nothing has happened. Rahul, yes, justice was delivered today, but it was delayed. And you know what they say about delayed justice. Yes, I will explain just briefly in a minute. First of all, to my good friend Tausif bhai, as the saying goes, सावन के अंधे को सब हरा दिखता है. तौसीफ को तो वैसे ही सब हरा दिखता है. Yeah, I hope you understood what he was alluding to, that he was begging as much time for him as he said you give to those who are supporting BJP.
Yeah.
अरे थोड़ा पढ़ के आ जाते तौसीफ भाई. No one has castigated the BJP more on this than I have, and Abhijit also, and Ishkaran also. थोड़ी knowledge gain करो. Number two, and he's deliberately avoiding this simple question. What has changed today from 1.5 months ago when the Supreme Court denied the same relief? And I know he won't answer this because I'll tell you why. Because Bengal and Mamta Didi has been at the forefront of leading Nupur to the guillotine. I am quoting Mamta. She said, we won't leave her. It is akin to that AIMIM guy, MP, was saying that we should hang Nupur. It is akin to this in Jammu. On the mosque, they are saying we will behead Nupur. They are the kind of people who are making such statements. Tausif wants Nupur in Bengal, because Tausif knows what will happen to her. And finally, अगर Tausif में इतना दम है, अगर ये unbiased है जो कि नहीं है, let me ask him, is it not that Nupur quoted what is derived from Hadith Sahih Bukhari 5134 and Sunan Nasai 3378? अगर दम है, तो बोलो.
Dr. Anand Ranganathan, I want a
a common man's perspective on what's going on in Bihar. कौन किसका दोस्त है, कौन किसका दुश्मन था, किसने क्या किसके बारे में कहा था? Do these things matter anymore? Or even Biharis are today saying सब चंगा सी अगर कुर्सी है.
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to all my esteemed panelists. I can very well imagine how much you enjoyed this primer of the last 5 minutes, exposing the hypocrisy of those who were sworn enemies and now are bosom friends. Look, the fact of the matter is, yet again, Nitish Kumar has abandoned the cow and accepted the fodder. As was expected of, pardon the pun, Paltiputra. You know, I can't think of any other politician who has broken off and hooked up so many alliances so many times. I mean, हवन की आग ठंडी भी नहीं होती है कि दूल्हा abandons his bride and pulls his ex for fairas again, and the exes know the script, and so they're always lurking in the vicinity, gorging on butter naans and kadai paneer under the banquet tent. But on a serious note though, Navika, it is time the Election Commission had a serious look at post-poll alliances. They are immoral in that they ridicule the voter who voted against the two adversaries together for the sake of opportunism. Nitish betrayed the mandate in 2017 when he hitched up with the BJP. BJP was very quiet then. They were very happy. In Maharashtra, Sena asked for votes on the basis of, ridiculing both Congress and the NCP. Same was the case with JDS and Congress in Karnataka, and BJP and JJP in Haryana. They fight like cats and dogs and convince the voters that they are politically and ideologically polar opposites. But as soon as the results come in, or after a couple of years, the two poles get sucked towards each other to form the core. Voters, मंदिर का घंटा है क्या? जो आता है बजा के चला जाता है. This JDU and RJD alliance is a betrayal of the mandate, Navika. Just like JDU and BJP alliance was in 2017. If you want to re-hitch, then go for elections again. Just like the Shiv Sena, Congress and NCP in Maharashtra was a betrayal of the mandate, the Maha Vikas Aghadi. The BJP, of course, is no doodh ka dhula. Remember, the 3 a.m. swearing in of Mr. Fadnavis using support of Ajit Pawar, the man Fadnavis vowed he would put behind bars if elected. And remember Manipur 2017, Navika, the BJP had 21 MLAs in a 60-seat house, Congress had 28. And yet, the governor invited the BJP to a floor test despite the fact that it did not have a preference with NPF, NPP, LSP. Just Navika, 30 seconds. Politicians understand Darwinian axiom, survival of the fittest. They are competing to survive. They are mutating to survive. Governments, Navika, are a roulette in spin. The players switch sides at will and no one loses in the long run. I began with talking of X's. Well, X is a prefix found most frequently in a politician's CV. Ex-BJP, ex-Congress, ex-BSP, ex-AAP, ex-SP, ex-CPI, ex-TMC, pre-poll alliance, post-poll agreement, coalition dharma, caste arithmetic, regional agreement, local pact, religious deal. These are telltale signs, genetic markers for this disease called politics. But kare to kare kya, Navika? Jaye to jaye kahan? Ashutosh ji, my good friend, raised a very important question. It's another that while I bashed all political parties, and so did you, including mostly BJP as well, Ashutosh is only bashing the BJP, giving a clean sheet to all other parties as if they are innocent. And Ashutosh, my good friend, right now, thankfully has abandoned politics. But you remember the time where he was a politician? His own party said, मर जाएंगे बच्चों की कसम, कांग्रेस का सपोर्ट नहीं लेंगे. और उसी सपोर्ट से इन्होंने सरकार बनाई थी. तो ये हमाम में सबके सब, as the phrase goes. But I'll tell you why. You see, this is very important. Away from all the rhetoric and all the, hyperbole, I want to give you just facts as to why this is a betrayal of people's mandate. Because let us look at how, by virtue of this so-called double engine sarkar, and just take a minute, the state and central schemes were benefiting Bihar over the last 5 years, and because of which the Biharis voted for the JDU BJP combined. 25 million Jan Dhan accounts were opened, covering all Bihar households. 5 years ago, only 2% Bihar households had water connection. Today, it is more than 75%. Take Ujjwala scheme. 9 million Bihar households were recipients of gas cylinders under the central scheme. During COVID, money was transferred directly to the Jan Dhan accounts for buying more gas cylinders. 6 million Biharis were beneficiaries of the PM Kisan scheme, getting 6,000 berths and subsidized electricity 5 years ago. Only 60% of Bihar households had electricity. Today, it is 100%.